Friends, I'm Dr. Shahid sharing with you as usual and looking for your questions. Fortunately, this time I have a very strange kind of question, a very deep questions, because they are so interrelated. It is related with the various kind of diseases. It is also related with the religion. It is related with the capitalism, and it is related with our day-to-day living style. So the topic is most common, but people ignore it. It is called rigidity. People ask me what is rigidity and how it affects in our daily life, and in the present era, why people do not listen to each other and they follow their own direction. So I will go in this from various angle. First of all, I may share you what is rigidity. Rigidity comes when a person stick to his own self, and you may try your best, but he remain obstinate. He doesn't listen to you, and he just do whatever he want to do. In other word, it means he has a predisposition. He make up his mind. He is not going to change himself. Whatever philosophy, logic you may give them, observation give them, and give them witnesses, they say no. This phenomenon is very common in religious affairs, because in the past, whenever the prophets came or the leader came with the righteous direction, with the knowledge and with the reasoning, the people say, no, we don't want to listen to you because we want to follow our parents. And the prophet said, well, if your parents are not on the right direction, then I'm giving you the facts and figure. They say, no, well, we feel uncomfortable, and they make fun, and later on, in place of understanding, they fight with them, kill them, and make fun of them. If you take this phenomenon, we may start from this point of view. When a child is born, he is neither rigid, neither flexible. He is just like a flower. So whatever kind of environment is given, as you know, it depends on that. But today I will take this more clinical, that it depends upon the environment, but into his organic system also, his glandular system, his IQ also, because these things play a great role in observing the thing and analyzing the thing and sticking to a thing. So what happened when a child is very young, and he is taught certain principle, religious principle, whatever religion he has, and he says everybody is following, that I must be followed, because he cannot cross question them. So resultantly, if he change it, then he feel uncomfortable, because it is right down into his unconscious. Understand me, please. Unconscious, deep down, it is a part of his basic uh, personality pillars. So later on, he just observe everything from those angle. I gave you in the very first beginning lecture that when a child is born, he make various kind of mental picture in his brain, in his mind, and his mind function according to it. So if those I may say picture, those conditionings are done over there, you will try your best, but he is scared to change it. So here comes the rigidity, because he is afraid of it, because if I leave that one, it is a basis of my personality, and if I listen to them and change them, then I stand nowhere. He feel like empty inside, and then he become defensive. In order to live in this world and keep his entity, what he does, he stick to those points. It may be not based on the reality, it may be here and say. You can just see and go back in the, I may say, when I shared with you about the Abrahamic religion, and there is a great saying that when, Abraham asked his father that you are making this idol and they're worshipping when they cannot give you any power and this and that. He said, forget it, run away from my home, because this is our long time tradition. Then he got an insight when the people went for the fair, and the big place where they used to put all the idols. He went over there, have an axe, and destroyed all of them, but only the big one, he put the axe over there. And when the people came, the big nation and everybody said, who has done with these, I may say, idols? They said, there is a name called Abraham, he would have done it. When he came, now listen, what he used logic at that time, but they are unable to understand it, because it is right in their unconscious. They say, well, if these are your deities, you ask them, they will answer you that who has killed them, who has broken them. He said they can't speak. You say when they cannot defend themselves, they cannot speak. How you believe on them? They can help you? So they are looking their face here and there. But again, they were rigid. They put him in the fire, and the God saved him from the fire. So everybody knows this thing. So in this way, what I want to say, I'm not saying about any religion. I'm saying what is the unconscious, how the basic concept stored there, and how we perceive the world from that angle. Now, this rigidity, it depends on the person and his experiences, his age, in what sense he has taken. What happened when he has a fight within himself between right and wrong, and then what happened? I may say his impulse come over his ego. Then what happened? Whatever he is fighting, he loses control on himself and perceive very kind of picture alluded things. You see in all kind of psychological diseases. It may be a simple, it may be short. I have given the data in previous my lectures that how it works in day-to-day life. So it may be obsession compulsion, it may be hysteria, it may be personality disorder, it may be aggression, it may be depression, it may be any kind of extreme mental functioning. Rigidity is there because they can't use their reasoning power, they can't use their apply their observation power, and repeatedly say that they say no, we are not going to accept it. Even they defend themselves. It is, in other words, they project the life from their own angles. They are not going to listen to other people. They are not going to see the realities of the lives. They perceive with their own eyes, glasses, because they have set in their mind, and they are not going to change because they are a fear of insecurity. Because if we leave it, we stand nowhere because their personality is based on hear and say. So these are the people who are not so educated in your practical. You will see they are around us. Let us come ahead in this respect. Now, this insecurity is a phenomenon in our daily life. So, in order to, if you see from the mental health point of view, those people who are flexible, they observe the facts and they see it, they see the association, they argue and they accept the reality based on the reality and observation. These people, they are not going to listen. They are listening, but their ear are coming in, but their inner rigidity is blocking them. They can see, but they won't accept it. They can't speak. They listen, but they can't do it. In Quran, it is given very easily thing, as you will see in the following surah. It is in Al-Baqarah. It says, Summun bukmun umjun fahum yaqilun. So my main saying is, friends, as I share with you, you just see in this surah how the people, they were following their elders who do not know the reality, and they just accept them, and they do not open their mind to find the reality. This is the nature of mankind, and they have rigidity. So please just see how these facts have been corrected in.
تقولوا على الله ما لا تعلمون.
He only orders you to evil and immorality, and to say about Allah what you do not know.
وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمُ اتَّبِعُوا مَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ قَالُوا بَلْ نَتَّبِعُ مَا أَلْفَيْنَا عَلَيْهِ آبَاءَنَا أَوَلَوْ كَانَ آبَاؤُهُمْ لَا يَعْقِلُونَ شَيْئًا وَلَا يَهْتَدُونَ.
And when it is said to them, follow what Allah has revealed, they say, rather we will follow that which we found our fathers doing, even though their fathers understood nothing, nor were they guided.
وَمَثَلُ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا كَمَثَلِ الَّذِي يَنْعِقُ بِمَا لَا يَسْمَعُ إِلَّا دُعَاءً وَنِدَاءً صُمٌّ بُكْمٌ عُمْيٌ فَهُمْ لَا يَعْقِلُونَ.
The example of those who disbelieve is like that of one who shouts at what hears nothing, but calls and cries cattle or sheep, deaf, dumb, and blind, so they do not understand.
Friends, so we should open our eyes and become flexible and see the realities in life in order to face, the I may say progress in this world and afterward. Because if we apply our senses, then we can make the right decision objectively, scientifically. So this is the direction given to the mankind. But the people are very blind, they are very arrogant,